Purpose. People always talk about purpose as if it's something mysterious and if it's something powerful. But you know, we hear so many times this thing where people would say, do you know your purpose? Like, are you aware why you are here? And you know, it just reminds me of a time not so long ago, probably a few years ago now, when I came across a little book called The Purpose-Driven Life. And you know, when I opened the book, it was the latest craze at that time. And I opened the book, and on the first page it said, "It's not about you." And I quickly closed the book and I said, no, I don't want to know this. Because I was actually shocked that my whole world, my whole perspective of the world, and everything about me was really not about me. It was about me being a part of a greater outworking of people's lives, and it made me realize that not everything that I do has to be about me. And you know, when we talk about purpose, it's a little bit like that. You know, when we talk about purpose, people says it's the reason for which something is done, created, or exists. You know, purpose is like the motivation, it's like the motive, it's like the main point. I like to say it's a justification, the very reason for your existence. So how do you actually discover your purpose? I mean, people talk about purpose all the time, but the biggest question is, how do you discover it? And one of the things that have been going around for quite some time is a thing called why. You know, people often say that when you discover your why, you discover your purpose. And William Barclay, you know, he once said that there are two great days in a person's life: the day we are born and the day we discover why we are born. And the basic idea behind the why is that when we discover the reason for our existence, then everything else will have meaning and fall in place. But I believe to truly discover your purpose, we need more than the why. You see, your why is the great motivator. There's nothing like your why to unlock the energy, the reserves that we have buried in our purpose. But I still think we need more than your why. And so I ask, so why is your why not enough? You know, when you consider purpose, you have to consider your when. See, the when is all about time. Why are you born now and not in any other time? Have you ever thought of that? I call it born for such a time as this. Is there a reason you're around today, in this day, and specific time and space? You know, discovering your when can help you understand your purpose in a much, much, much greater way. You see, when your when taps into the divine purpose for your existence, the whole thing changes. So just as important your why is, and just as important your when is, it's equally important about your what. You see, the what gives substance to your purpose. What is so important about who you are and what you bring to this world? What sets you apart from everyone else that's around you? What's your life's mission? What can you bring to the table that no one else can? What's your what? It's extremely important for you to know that. And it's equally important to know your how. You see, the how is really about the plan. It's about the plan. It's where, how will you live out your life in this world? Will your character reveal your DNA? Will you choose to live a life that makes a difference in the lives of other people? How will you do this? Will you inspire? Will you cheer on? Will you give a helping hand? And how you live your life must and should reflect the very reason for your existence. So you see, your how is very important as well. And then we talk about the where. Where is all about giving your purpose a map, you know, giving it some bearing. Have you ever wondered why you are where you are today? Is there still something that needs to be done? Is there still someone that you need to meet? Were you born in a particular place or in a country And why were you born there? What can bring you to give life and hope? What would it take for you to bring life and hope to someone else? Where are you meant to have your greatest impact? Is it where you are now, or is it where you should be? And lastly is who. See, who is all about your identity. Who are you? Who do you think you are? If there is one thing I would leave with you today, it's this. You're not an accident that just happened. There is a much greater plan being unfolded right at this very moment. And I know that for some of us, identity is such a big obstacle in life. Maybe it stems from how we came to this world. Maybe it's how we were born. And if this applies to you, then let me tell you this now. There are no illegitimate children in this world, just illegitimate parents. And you have an inheritance that you might have never known, and it exists. See, your purpose is the inheritance. Your purpose has buried within it vast reserves of energy, courage, determination, and momentum. And the magic happens when you discover it and unleash it onto your potential. And that's what gives your purpose such wonderful mystery. Close your eyes for a moment if you would now. Go on. Close your eyes. Let me speak this to you. Here is who you are. You are special. You are precious. You are treasured. You are highly favored. You are deeply loved. And you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are crafted with intelligence to live out your purpose on this earth. It's already within you. You are engineered for success. In every single heartbeat lies the very purpose of your existence. That's why your purpose comes equipped within it a treasure house of resources to help you live out your ultimate calling on this earth. And guess what? There is no one else like you, and we need you. That's what purpose is all about. And that's why your why is not enough. Here's a question for you. When you're long gone and spent your last breath on this earth, what would you like to be remembered as? Who would you like to be remembered as? That is your purpose.